Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so today we're gonna work on writing real world multiplication and division word problems. Okay. So our standard that we've done before should be nothing new to you all. Is PAR.3, which is using a part whole strategies to solve multiplication and division problems up to 100. Got it?
Yes.
And then the objective or the point of the lesson, so you will learn how to write your own multiplication or division word problems and being able to solve them and explain. Understood?
Yes.
All right, quick fluency check. Let's see who's been practicing their fluency. 3 times 7. Kobe.
21.
6 times 4. Catherine.
24.
2 times 5.
10.
Zaire. 2 times 12. Renaya. 6 times 8. All right. 48. 7 times 9. Archita.
7.
It's all right. Isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? Somebody else?
What was it? Wait, 7.
What did that say?
2 times 7.
7 times 9. For 9.
You said 8 times 9.
Well, 7 times 9. Right. 63. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we're gonna have a mystery problem. We're gonna talk about this problem right here, kind of like a 3 reads. All right, somebody read our first read for us. Go ahead, Alicia.
A farmer has 5 rows of apple trees. Each row has 6 trees. How many trees are there in?
All right, so what's happening in our problem? Or what is our problem about? You read them. Right? So if you think about who your problem is about, who is it about? The farmer, and the farmer has what?
5 rows of
Wow, take the numbers out. He has some apple
apples.
trees, right? All right, somebody do our second read, Jador.
A farmer has 5 rows of apple trees. Each row has 6 trees. How many trees are there in total?
All right, so what are our quantities? What are we representing here? What are our quantities and what do they represent? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, 5 rows of apple trees, and then you have 6 trees in total, right? All right, and then we're gonna do our last reports.
A farmer has 5 rows of apple trees. Each row has 6 trees. How many trees are there in total?
All right, so we have how many trees are there in total? We have 5 rows of apple trees, right? And on each row we have 6 trees. What operation are we gonna do? Tell me.
Multiplication.
How do you know?
Because it says each row. And it says and word with multiplication and addition.
And addition? What makes you think we're doing addition?
Because it says total. And that means addition. And each equals multiplication.
Your total could also mean multiplication. If you have 5 rows of apples and you want to figure, and you have each row has 6 trees, all right, 5 rows of apple trees, and each row has 6 trees, that is multiplication. That each is a multiplication word. What strategy are they using for this problem? When we talk about rows, Riley. Talking about a strategy, Renaya. An array. You have rows and columns. You have your 5 rows with 6 in each row, and then your total is when you're counting them all together. Or what's another word for total? If I have 5 times 6, what's my answer to a multiplication problem called? So your product. Your product in this case is your total. That makes sense? All right. So our multiplication problem is 5 times 6, right? What's our answer? 5 times 6. The question is how many trees are there in total, Nevaeh?
30.
30 trees. We all get that?
Yes.
All right. Now let's talk about farming. I know what the farmer is.
Yes.
What's the farmer?
A farmer.
I'm sorry.
Farmer who farm crops.
Yeah. Okay, they can farm crops. What else? Okay.
Farmer is a farm that has like sheep, horses, or ducks.
Yeah, like different animals, right? Different animals that's going to reproduce something for us, right? All right, good. Put your hands up. All right, so let's talk about writing word problems. What we're going to be doing today. So there's 3 parts to writing your word problem. You have to have your introduction, which telling you who the problem is about and that's it. Who's it about. So in this case, our last problem was about what? A farmer, right? That's your first part. The second part is the actual problem or the action, and ask yourself what is happening. So you're gonna have some grouping, and you're gonna have rows of something. Are you splitting something into equal parts? And then the last part is you have to add in your question. What are you solving for? Okay. So, for example, if I can word this thing. All right. For example, if I was writing a word problem, I wanted my word problem to be about Dr. Davis. Okay. I would say, all right, I'm gonna start out by saying Dr. Davis. Dr. Davis. Dr. Davis has 4 third grade classes. All right, I'm gonna say each class has, I'm gonna do 11 students. How many students are there in all? All right. So I started off with who my problem was about, or my introduction, where my problem was about who?
Dr. Davis.
Dr. Davis, right? And then I went into the actual problem. What does Dr. Davis have?
4 third-grade classes.
And what else?
Each class has 11.
Right? So that's my problem, my action. And then the last thing is you have to close it out. And write this down. You have to close it out with a question. And what's my question?
How many students are there?
All right. So what operation are we doing? Captain. Multiplication. How do we know it's multiplication? Mm-hmm. Right. So you have your each or your keywords. When you're writing a multiplication problem, you want to make sure that you're adding in keywords so that when somebody else is trying to solve your problem, they know that it's multiplication. Make sense? In this case, what's my equation? Sure.
4 times 11.
4 times 11. And then my question is, how many students are there in all? Okay. Later.
44.
44 students in all. All right, make sense? Yes, no? All right, so what you're going to do, the first thing you're going to do on your paper is you're going to think of a multiplication equation that you want to come up with. Or if you want to do division, you can do division. You both work fine. Okay? I'm gonna give you 5 minutes.
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6. Let's try 7.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So you're gonna take 7 minutes to write a multiplication problem. Create your own multiplication problem. Make sure you have an introduction. All right. Make sure you have some type of problem. Make sure you have keywords. It's gonna let us know what operation we're going to do, whether it's multiplication or division. And make sure you have a question that we can answer using the information that was given to you. Using the information that's been given. Make sense? All right, 7 minutes. See if I set a timer on the screen. Yes, I should. One step at a time. Right now, your job is to write a word problem. Once you got a word problem written down, If you want to do division, that's fine. Nope. Everybody should have pencils in their hand. If they're writing something. Yes. Start out. Some type of introduction. What is your problem about? What do they have or what are they doing? And she asks a question that can be answered with the information that you're given. Once you finish up your word problem, you are going to solve your own word problem. You're going to write an equation that goes with your word problem. And you're going to show work to go with your word problem. Then you're going to put your answer in a complete sentence. Okay? So again, you're going to write the equation that goes with your own word problem. Show your work. So whether you're using, some different strategies we can use to multiply.
Block group.
We can use equal groups. What else? An array. What else? To multiply. You could, depending on how you use them. I'm sorry.
Number line.
A number line. Yep. This is skip counting. A whole bunch of different strategies. Pick one of those strategies. Show it as if you were trying to show somebody how to work out your own problem. And then put your answer in a complete sentence. All right, in about 2 minutes, I'm gonna have about 3 people share. 3 people, you'll share your word problem. You'll share the equation that you use. You'll explain the strategy that you use, and then your answer. 3. All right. For the sake of time, what let's I have to do is explain it out loud. So if you want to share your word problem, it means I've checked off your word problem. You'll stand up, read your word problem where everybody can hear it, give us the equation, explain how you solved it, and then your answer. Okay? All right, go ahead, Kyle. Just stand up right there.
Has 3 bags of apples. Each bag has 5 apples in the 3 bags. How many does she have in all? I choose 3 bags with 5 apples inside. And my equation was 3 times 5 and it equals 6.
All right, good. Anybody else like to share theirs? Go ahead, Arsha.
A row has 10 rows of apples. They are in 5 rows. 5 rows. How many apples do Arthur have? Adding 10 circles with 5 dots in each inside each one of them. I did 10 times 5 equals 50. Arthur has 50 apples in all.
All right, good. And Nevaeh, you do yours, please.
Brittany has is 21. There are 3 rows, and each row there are 6 twins. How many twins are there at all?
What's your equation?
3 times 6.
And how did you solve
I used to do it.
it? What's your answer?
18.
All right, good. And then there were some other good ones as well.